Well, hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Onward VRML Season 14 Week 3. Today we have a very exciting matchup with MANCOSVR versus FriendlyFire. Very excited for today. I'm very hyped for this match ahead of us. So, heading over straight into the bans for this evening, we do have, for MANCOSVR, it is going to be Downfall and Snow Peak. So some pretty big map bans over here, so very interesting to see why they have chosen to ban this for this evening. Clearly it does show they do have a bit of a weakness for bigger maps, and going over to FriendlyFire's previous schedule when it comes to larger maps, Quarantine is their best map, but Downfall and Snow Peak aren't particularly their most played maps, so maybe it would have been wiser to ban Quarantine for their sake. So I'm not exactly sure what that was about, but hopefully their ambitions are correct. But anyway, moving over to FriendlyFire's bans for this evening, we do have Bazaar and Quarantine. So as I said, it's interesting to see, but they are banning their best map. They've played it the most, so they do have the most experience in that map, but it does have a very questionable win percentage, so that is fair. Bazaar, one of their best maps, of course. They've played it the second most this season, so that is most explanatory to why they have chosen that. So, not chosen that, that's kind of, I don't even know. That is kind of a bizarre choice because, you know, it is one of their second best maps. But checking over to, of course, MANCOSVR, you know, Bazaar and, of course, Quarantine, they haven't played it that much. So, it's going to be interesting to why they have chosen to ban this. So, maybe the roster or something going on with them this evening, they have just chosen not to play these two maps. But that is to be foreseen. Of course, the map for the first map pick is going to be Arctic, so very exciting map. One of the new custom maps, of course, been recently added to Season 14, so that is going to be very interesting to see how both these teams are going to play it. So, of course, this is one of my personal favourite maps recently because it is a very fast pace, almost like a cargo fast pace type map. There's many spots for C4s, flashes, and grenade spots. You know, this map is key for that quick reaction time and that quick map knowledge because, you know, anything can change in a round when you're not ready for it, so I'll be very interested to see how both these teams are going to be playing it. I am hyped for that one, of course. But going over to the stats, of course, I just want to discuss that these teams have not played at all with each other so far. Checking over to the Season 13 records, it does appear that MANCOSVR and FriendlyFire did play a match on the 3rd of August in 2022, and it was a 13-2 going to FriendlyFire. So hopefully MANCOSVR has learned from their mistakes and tried to improve themselves for this match ahead of us. We'll just have to see. I say we are very excited, well, I'm very excited to see anyway how these guys are going to beat it. But anywho, so checking over to the teams, of course, we are missing one player for the current moment. He will be arriving shortly, we hope, and we will get straight towards the action. Very interesting, but looking back into that match history, the maps which were played were Abandoned, Night Cargo, and Subway. So Subway being one of MANCOS's more preferred maps that they have the most players on it. And of course I do have Cargo, which is one of their also favourites, but Abandoned Night, definitely one of their weaker maps, and of course that is why FriendlyFire most of definitely picked it. But looking at the scores of it, it does appear that Cargo and Subway, they didn't score a single point against FriendlyFire, but they actually scored 2 points on their map picks, so that is very interesting to see. But let's say it is all up to a debate of what's going to happen to even. I don't know if there has been a roster change since, because I don't really know these teams that well. FriendlyFire I do know a bit more because they're very good friends of me, harassing me for cards all the time. You gotta love them. Nice little FriendlyFire group, but of course. But when it comes to MANCOSVR, I have no idea. Let's say regards, it should be very interesting, however, but so we're still waiting on one more player, so until then that will be hopefully starting soon. Of course, the OBJ is quite a good OBJ. I'm trying to see if I can try to turn on my show my gameplay. I don't think I'm going to be able to for the current moment, but for anybody who is aware of the map Arctic, the OBJ is on the helipad. So the helipad OBJ is quite a difficult one to defend if you don't have a strong defense. Of course, you've got the south, which is very vulnerable, of course, which can easily get attacked, and the north, which is kind of a tight hold. if someone is playing it defensively with a C4, it is easy to defend. But if someone goes in a good flash and the C4 doesn't kill anyone, you know, that is definitely a pretty vulnerable spot, which, you know, MANCOSVR being on the attack for the first round will most definitely take advantage of. FriendlyFire is on the defense, so I'm going to see how they're going to play this. I will imagine it's going to be a pretty split, more north focused, but also south is important to cover. Possible spots that could be hiding, of course, on top of the containers, looking down into the south corridor. That is always possible. Plus having someone in cat in the center alley, you know, that is also important. Plus with the boxes around, so there is so many possibilities for FriendlyFire to play this map, because I don't believe I've seen them play this map before, so it will be interesting to see how they're going to play this. Still kind of waiting on that one player to start, so unfortunately we may be seeing a 4v5 for the first round or two, which is very unfortunate for the sake of MANCOSVR, but sometimes it's unfortunate that stuff like that does occur. But whatever happens, it doesn't matter too much, and I would imagine that the 5th will be showing up very shortly. So I am stoked for this match. FriendlyFire being a very close friend of mine, of course, harassing me on the daily. Gotta love it. Of course, we do have Ollie Head, which for this evening, please do not mistake me, I will be calling him Olive Oil. If you're wondering why I'm talking about olive oil, don't question. You don't need to question. But I say, it will be a good one. This is a medium level team in terms of skills. FriendlyFire being recently ranked a gold team, so very nice for them. Going against MANCOSVR, which is a silver team, which was silver in last season, because FriendlyFire has made a rank up to gold since season 13, so we'll be seeing if they can try to show their true dominance, show the reason to why they deserve to be in gold, of course. The MRR gods have decided to bless FriendlyFire and have now placed them into the gold territory. We do have 3 minutes remaining before I can stop speaking about random facts and statistics, and we will have to start into the first round. Very unfortunate that there is, however, going to be that case, because I don't believe their 5th is going to arrive in time. I do believe the rules have changed, but they do have to start within 10 minutes or less. So that is going to be kind of tight for MANCOSVR, as they are running out of time to wait for that player to get in. But we'll just have to hope. I say, we will be interested to see how that will go. It may truly be a 4v5, which will be a beneficial factor for FriendlyFire, of course, so they will not be complaining, but unfortunately for all the fair game purposes, it is going to be very unfortunate. But we do wish Mancos the best of luck if they do have to do a 4v5. With 2 minutes remaining for them to get their 5th in, it's not particularly looking that great, but you never know. Hopefully you can get it in time. But anyway, checking over back to the stats, because we have run out of things to talk about in some ways. Okay, so checking over back to the stats. So their favorite map is going to be Quarantine, which has been banned, so that is no real thing factor. But what I think is going to get played, I believe that FriendlyFire or either Mancos are going to probably play, I do believe, Subway. I got the feeling they're going to play Cheeky Subway, which, you know, would make sense for FriendlyFire's sake, as it is one of their good maps, and also for MANCOSVR's sake, because they have got the most practice on that map and do have the most plays. So if they do pick this map, I wouldn't be too surprised. Plus, you know, it's also one of my favorite maps and one of the best maps in the game. You can fight me all you want, big map lovers, but that is how I feel. But, of course, I don't think they're going to get their 5th in, unfortunately, for MANCOSVR's side. The roster for this evening for FriendlyFire's side is going to be Norse, Smith-a-Lot, Oilhead or Olive Oil, my beloved, Perzel and Physics T. On the MANCOSVR, we do have Slashy, SVR, Berserker, and Alkaliz, and the 5th has just now joined, which is Tuin. I am very sorry if I just butchered all of your names. I am not very good at reading names, especially coming from a caster who is dyslexic. Yeah, random fact about me of the day, I am a dyslexic caster, and that's why I can't pronounce anything properly. That's not part of me, that's just me being a dumbass, but that is not me being able to read, of course. I say, all 10 players are now in the lobby, and we should be starting within a few moments. So I am very excited to see how they'll be going. And once we've started, I can take a few moments of rest for a few seconds. Oh man, my chest is dying from the amount of speaking I've done. But anyway, that is wonderful. Just waiting on MANCOSVR to ready up and get the match started. Quickly just relaying the information to the team, I would imagine, for the strat, for the attack. And then we should see the action go ahead. They have gone a little bit over time, I think, but I'm not gonna complain. I'm not gonna annoy them about it, because that is a fairly recent rule which has come into place. Of course, all rules are VRML based, so there will be no form of typical, which are illegal weapons. I can't speak English. Illegal weapons and items, such as coloured smoke, M23 grenade launchers on small and medium range maps. Of course, the smoke launcher for the thing has been recently allowed to go to 2 players per team on the Marsok side, which is a interesting decision, but it just means a lot more hectic smokes depending if teams want to play that way. And both teams have now readied up, and I will imagine they will be starting very shortly. And yes, we are coming over to FriendlyFire on the round 1, getting himself excited and ready for this game ahead of him. Already got a C4 plotted with physics at the current moment. Checking over to MANCOSVR, which are getting ready for the attack. MANCOSVR, the lower dog, however you pronounce it, I don't know English, which is the underdog for this evening, do have the true eyes on them. See if they can redeem themselves. See if they can beat them. Nice pick there from physics. Well, not physics. Nice pick onto physics from Brooker. It's now a 5v4. Bit of an early aggressive push. It didn't really work out. Northscott is laying down next to the car. Missalot is next to the containers. Oh, a TK. Accidental TK on the down. Fortunately, was not a finish. That Reds will be going ahead. Breaker is kind of rushing out. Oilhead is watching a very aggressive angle here. Broker's going for the push. Does take up Broker. Just have to worry about Northscott though. Down goes 2 in. The cap could go ahead so far. He does appear to be going for the cap. It's up to Northscott. No! Broker does get taken out from Olive Oil. Nice little pick there. Leaving now into a 3v3 decision. The attack on the south has occurred. We do have Slasky and SVR making their way through. We do have Acolytes in the center. Down goes Slasky from Perzel. Perzel's now watching the angle. So that does take his head out. It's now left to a 2v2. It is getting tight. SVR is now making its way through the cargo container. We do have Northscott, which is pushing back towards the white car, watching his position. We do have Acolytes, which is now pushing up with his teammates. Does appear to be pushing back a little bit. Oilhead and North are kind of watching this line, making sure that they are not going to push. We do have North, which is kind of exposed, but they do have a C4 spot, but can save them. No, we don't like Justin Bieber. Out goes a grenade for his ignorance of speaking. Gets taken out. Cocky. Unfortunately, Northscott is taken out, leaving down to a 1v2. It is all up to Olive Oil to kind of get this win. Olive Oil is, I don't think, is aware that SVR is right next to her, or him. Do have Northscott, which is distracting the enemy with its beautiful singing. Down goes SVR. It's now in a 1v1. Oilhead goes around the corner and shoots and gets the kill. Lead it into a 1-0 for FriendlyFire. That was a very tight round, to say at least. You could not tell, at least at one point during that round, who was going to win that. The almost cap for Mancos was the almost cap. That was very close. If it was a little bit quicker on that cap and didn't get taken out in the back, that cap could have easily occurred. FriendlyFire, of course, getting it back, making sure to play together. But Northscott does get naded. An excellent nade, of course, landing on top of him at the white car after singing and talking about, I think, Justin Bieber. I mean, that's what you get for talking about Justin Bieber. I think that is just pure karma, my friends. You should never talk about Justin Bieber during a match. You will get grenaded. It is now stated that will occur. Of course, now Mancos is now on the defense. They must have learned a few things about how FriendlyFire did play this. They have a better idea now how FriendlyFire will be attacking this. So that'll be very interesting to see how they're going to position themselves, how they're going to play themselves, how they're going to be watching the angles tightly. Will they be jiggling? Will they be slow peeking? We'll have to kind of see what their strategy is for this map. So far, a very good first round, of course. Both teams going at it, getting very tight on some sections. Very close moments where I honestly could not tell if it was going to be a MANCOSVR win or a FriendlyFire's win, of course. I say, that was a very close round and a very nice, well-played round. Both teams did make a few mistakes and some teams did make a very good triumphs. The nade onto Norse to shut him up about Justin Bieber was a very good choice. I would highly recommend to throw more grenades onto Norse if he does talk about Justin Bieber. You have my full permission. But we'll have to see if anyone does listen to that advice. But now moving over to round 2. Checking over to MANCOSVR, which is now getting ready for the attack. Let's talk to even FriendlyFire. Probably have some strategies planned ahead. I don't see any C4s. Oh, I see one C4. A site to see how they're going to play that. Checking over to FriendlyFire, of course, which I do in the far south. They are on their way. Does appear to have a 2-man push into the southern side. Out goes a flashbang into center. Ricker's now peeking out. Will be taken out here. Oh, Puzzle does move back a bit. Ricker's now in the containers. It is quite a southern organized attack for the current moment. North's good on the north, holding it down tight. Just waiting for that push from FriendlyFire at the current moment. Physics with the P90 with a holographic, which is an interesting pick of choice, but you know, wherever he fancies. It's getting ready to start the push. Rooker will be leaking back, trying to get that angle onto the south. Should probably move over to this little container here. It's a bit of a better advantage. Out goes a flashbang. Out goes a flash and another flash. Puzzle just make a peek around. Just check around the corner. Gets into the container. Just take out Berserker or Bricker with a nice little pick. Tarin is now watching between the gaps. Puzzle does get taken out on Tarin. Physics 2 and the trade with Physics and Turin. Down goes Norse God. It is not looking good. Now in a 2v3 situation. Out goes Smokes. Out goes a flashbang. Living up to Mistlot and of course Olive Oil. To make it through, push with the southern side. Mistlot is now pushing through the containers. Is checking through the garage. Does get a confirm. It is now called out that it is 3 versus 2. Shots are being had onto the OBJ. Ooh, on the... Ooh. I still pick there. Taken over to SVR down. Is that a grenade? That might hit his teammate. Luckily, that grenade does not take out his teammates. Just appear to have Oliver, which is kind of going for a flank here. Mistlot is on the banister, trying to get an angle down. Might get peeked off. Just kind of waiting and watching. Mistlot is watching the angle where Alkali's going to be. And down goes Alkali's from Mistlot. Very little pick there. Leaving now to a 2v1. It's all up to Slesky to make sure to protect the OBJ. Just peek out. Just barely avoids Mistlot. Is going for that aggressive push. Just take out Mistlot. Leaving Oilhead by himself. Could try to go for the cap. But no, decides to go for that confirm for safety. Does drop shot a little bit with the AUG. Reading over to 2-0. For the first map going to FriendlyFire. Of course, I need to make the... Pardon my... I need to make the prediction. I am very sorry. Oh, never mind. The prediction's already been made. I do appreciate it, Tipic. You are greatly thank you. Tipic yet again coming in to save me. Like a true legend he is. I am not allowed to state anything bad about Tipic anymore. I am being held at hostage, so please let me do help. This is definitely not a cry for help, of course. But anyway, the OBJ has of course moved to the center OBJ spot. This is now one of my favorite OBJs, being honest with you, because the center push is one of the most crucial angles to try to get control of. If you control the center, you can try to go for a cheeky smoke count. It's very risky. The amount of places for C4 to be thrown behind your back is high in numbers, and of course, you know, the pre-fire into the smoke. It is a very tight corridor, and anybody with a PKM can easily spray down it, but it is still kind of a crucial angle to make sure to discover, do have that secured. And of course, if you have the south and the center secured, it is almost an easy cap. So I do imagine that MANCOSVR will be trying to play around south and center for this round at least, and that will be the key for their success. South, of course, being quite a really good advantage point. If of course MANCOSVR can get the push over here, they have to clear out warehouse, and we'll have free access to the OBJ. But anyway, going over to round 3. We're going over to FriendlyFire, which are right next to me. Hello, FriendlyFire. How are you doing? Oh, and there's going to be a round reset. To the appear that one player did not unfortunately load in, so that is a quick round reset, unfortunately. So let's quickly go back to the scoreboard. If anybody which is new to Onward, or particularly VRML as itself, a round reset is what occurs when a team has the option to commit, well, to I guess the easy way to say it, to die in the spawn in the bit of the countdown before the match, and this allows the team to restart the round. For anybody who doesn't load in or anything does occur, you are able to replay the round before the round actually starts. This is very important if, of course, say for example FriendlyFire doesn't have a player in, which does often happen, so a round reset does occur, and that means that player can join in, and it is a 5v5. I do believe there's a rule saying you can't do a round reset more than, I believe, once in a single round, but I'm not particularly sure what the rule is about them. But maybe we'll have one of the mods in the Twitch chat telling everybody what the rules are regarding that, so people like me who don't have the encyclopedia knowledge to know every single rule on the back of my hand can answer anybody who is wondering that. I am a parrot for this evening. I am speaking fast and hard. Of course, I have most definitely smoked a little bit too much glue for this evening, so that is definitely why I am a little bit high. Glue sniffing is, of course, my favourite pastime for anybody who does know me particularly well, and just explain how I am today. It's probably why I can't count to 3 anymore, or why I can barely pronounce people's names, because the glue in my brain makes me feel happy, and that's what's important. I recommend glue sniffing to anybody, but you know, paint sniffing, the best pastime for anybody's sake. Checking over to the swing, it does appear that FriendlyFire has had a player drop. That player drop is going to be Olive Oil. No, my beloved Olive Oil unfortunately has dropped, so hopefully they do get back in the lobby, or reserve can join very shortly. They do have 10 to 15 minutes to get another player in before they have to start the next round, unless they want to call out another timeout. And if that is the case, we'll probably go into short intermission as I can rest my dying throat. But so far it's been, I wasn't expecting this type of action going on. I am very surprised. It's been very tight for the first 2 rounds going for Mancos and FriendlyFire's sake. There's been many moments where I thought a cap would have happened, many moments where I thought, you know, this team's going to win, but then they surprised me. That first round was a true example. The cap could have almost happened. You know, that grenade onto what's his name, Norse. I mean, to be fair, that was his fault. He shouldn't have been talking about Justin Bieber. You are traitored, my friend. Traitored from talking about Justin Bieber. I refuse you to speak about him anymore forth. But yes, I am still very excited. Anywho, still waiting that one more player from FriendlyFire to join, so until then I guess we will talk about the weather. The weather today is very nice and wonderful for anybody who is curious. It's very cold, like it is cold in this map. Probably not as cold as this map as there's a lot of snow, but in the UK it is raining hard. But anyway, for what I believe, as we are trying to fill up some time here as we are waiting for the next round to begin, what I believe the next map pick will be, I think it might be a Subway. I mean, people are telling me in chat that I'm a fool for thinking Subway, but I like a juicy Subway. What can I say? Subway being one of my always favorite maps in the game. Always exciting, always interesting to see and try different play styles on Subway. Do you want to be a more tactical C4 gremlin, or do you want to be a more aggressive and faster pusher? It really depends. I'd say a good C4 spot on Subway is always the key to a win, if not, you know, the entire round. So in a recent scrim I played with, it wasn't a C4, but it was a grenade. It is the importance of util. One of my players on the team, which I do play for, did get a 3-man kill with a singular grenade. Going down into the north, next to the adult alley, they got a 3-man, and that led to the round win within the shortest time period I've ever witnessed. So it is crucial to learn how to use util effectively and professionally. Util is one of the most crucial parts about this game. There's so good amount of, you know, gun use and of course map knowledge to know about, but if you can't throw a good smoke to cover off a sight line, can't throw a flashbang, you know, you're gonna get hammered. Knowing how to use flashbangs effectively and properly is very crucial if you want to have a good chance. And smokes, of course. Smoke in the OBJ, smoke in sightline, smoke in lanes, of course, if you're playing maps like, you know, Suburbia. All very key. All of which you do learn when you do play this game a lot more. Still not exactly sure what is going to be occurring. Checking over 2, and it does appear we will be calling out a timeout, as FriendlyFire will be having a player to rejoin. That will be a 15-minute timeout, and for that duration we will go into intermission, and we will be back very shortly, we do promise, with some more Onward content. Very unfortunate this will be occurring, but see you all in about 10 to 15 minutes and the action will be happening then. Whilst you're waiting, get a drink, get us something to eat. I'm sure gonna have a drink as my throat is begging for one. I will be just right back. Well, quite a short intermission, I will say. Unfortunately, it does appear that despite the timeout being called out, we have started already, so not exactly sure about the timeout usage there. So whatever happens, it is back into round 3. We have come back, and I am excited for this round to begin. So that was probably the shortest intermission I've ever had, the shortest time I've also had either. So just appear that one of the players did have a bit of a crash, so that is why they did kind of leave. Excellent flashbang, double flash into the south, and a cheeky grenade as well. Physics does get taken out from Bricker. To have Norscott, which is kind of going for the aggressive push, is out of barrels, is watching the south. Oh, I went to the wrong guy. Norscott does get hit with a flash, is probably going to be rushed. Oh, Norscott is still alive for the current moment. Does peek out, isn't looking, but does get taken out. Unfortunately, now leaving it to a 5v3. Down goes Bricker. As I said, the tight alleyway, it is crucial for the control of the alleyway for the Caps. Oliver kind of holding it down. Out goes a flash or grenade. I don't think it did hit. Oh, and there goes more util spam. The flashbang abuse is coming in and hard. Puzzle might be going for a push. Down goes Akali with a nice little C4 there for miss a lot. Puzzle does come around the corner, does get taken out, unfortunately. The call out of uplink insecurity has been made. Oliver is kind of watching down that lane. Does need to worry about the south now. Does miss SVR and does get taken up for it. Living to a 1v3 for miss a lot now pushing through. Needs to get to the OBJ, needs to cover the OBJ. Does take it. Oh, and the trade. And the trade. And that is 1 point going to MANCOSVR for round 3. Oh my. What a tight round. As I said previously, these rounds are coming in fast and hard. And, you know, they are so close. That round, I could not have told who was going to win that. FriendlyFire or MANCOSVR. The cap almost happened yet again. A bit of a slow cap, unfortunately, though. So the Mancos did miss out on a 3-point. But, however, a very excellent attack and some very nice use of util there. As I did say, util makes or breaks a round. Of course, you have the flashbang abuse. And of course, a few players were taken up because of the flashbangs. So that is a very nice sight there to behold. MANCOSVR could well and truly, you know, they might get a, step up here. If they start to play a bit more smarter and, work a bit better, they could easily get this win for the first map. They have matched with FriendlyFire quite well here. This is quite an interesting matchup, as it is quite even in some weird way. Now, FriendlyFire, of course, are being the better team, and of course, MANCOSVR being the underdogs for this evening. It would still be interesting to see how Mancos play this, as that was a very close round, and the count unfortunately did not go ahead. But these rounds are very tight. We're coming down to like a 1v1, 2v2 every single round. There's only been 3 rounds of the map so far, yes, but have to look out for the future rounds. The highest kill in this lobby so far does go to Oilhead, or Olive Oil, my beloved. Olive Oil with the 5 and 1. Oof. Coming in hard. And we are going into round 4. So checking over to MANCOSVR, which will begin ready for the attack. Interesting kind of warming up going ahead. Moving over to FriendlyFire, which is now on the push. Does appear to be a 2-man push. Physics and Mr. Lot pushing through the north. We do have Breaker, which is now going through alley in center. It's holding a 2-man alley push. 3 fires are going out from Physics. Physics just peek around the corner. Oh, nice little pay there with the P90, of course. Down goes Puzzle from SVR. Nice C4, taking out Physics. Bam, just like that. Physics utterly obliterated here. Leaving now up to Mr. Lot and Norse God. Out was a flash, just mess up unfortunately. Just flash no one. Just push out and just get obliterated by 2 guys. Good to pedo acolytes, which may be going for a flank. I'm stuck on a wire. Down goes SVR from across Olive Oil. It is now a 3v2. I'm worried about the behind. Out goes a flash. Out goes a second flash. No, it was that a grenade. We'll take out Norse God here. Down goes Norse God. Mr. Lot is going for the flank around. And oh, that was barely a trade. Nice shot there from Mr. Lot. Can get the res, and even now to a 1. Oh no! The TK. I caught that, Mr. Lot. You cannot hide that. Truman's kind of shooting around, not exactly sure what is going on. It is pure mayhem. This is pure mayhem. Down goes Olive Oil. But for anybody's wondering, the smokes do totally cut off people's vision, so that is why people kind of look kind of silly. But I am kind of surprised what's going on. North Squad is appearing to push through the north, whilst Mr. Lot is still in the centre. That's not the centre, that's the north, that's the south. North... Oh, Turan is not watching the south. North Squad has now made his way through, out with a flash into centre. Slot probably baiting, yep, was baiting. Oh, the flashbang does get the next point and gets that kill. And it is now 3-1. If I can press the button, of course. Oh my, what can I say except that was a juicy round, of course. So FriendlyFire does come in hot. So that was a very very interesting round there with the smokes making the players look very kind of silly, running straight by each other. Of course, excellent C4 usage, does take out someone instantly from the C4. And the bait, oh, Miss Lot going with the bait with a flashbang, the flashbang bait, something I've not seen often. Using the flashbang to say that she's acted as if she has been flashed, getting the enemy to push around the corner even though she has not been. That was very smart. Of course, Nordgos did push through the south and would have the access behind her. So, what can I say? Oh well, but the OBJ for this next round has moved and it is inside the storage area. I don't know what you want to call this storage area. Container, container locator, whatever name you have for it. It is here to stay. The farther back OBJ. This is OBJ, where the defenders do have the upside, they can play a bit more center on this OBJ. As the OBJ, of course, is further back, kind of in their spawn, they can play very south and very north based, having a few players near the middle, of course. But you can leave OBJ a little bit open. But we'll kind of have to see how FriendlyFire, of course, will be addressing that. So, going over to round 5, I believe it is. Yes, round 5. MANCOSVR are now getting themselves ready. Getting the code ready, reading the code, making sure to remember it. They get ready for the round. SVR is ecstatic. He is jiggling. He is moving. He is moving his hips around. He is excited for this round. So over to FriendlyFire, we have Northgod, which is now pushing through the south, makes it to the barrels, might get picked off it. Oh, barely avoids getting picked off. If FPR was a little bit more aggressive, that would have been him gone. Here we're going to have Brecker and Missalot. Missalot does have a C4. Down goes Zeski from Northgod. It is now letting it rip. Does retreat back into the south. Nice C4. Missalot does get one pick, doesn't confirm. Oh, pigs around. Oh, barely avoids Missalot. Now that is 2 players down. The revive from the TK. I don't know if it was a TK. It was down. And it's now a 5v3. Turin now pushing his way through the center. Taking this very slow. Being very quiet. Using the 2x holo. Might pick out Missalot if Missalot does push back. Shots are being had through the south and side. I do have Slesky and SVR. Stuck on a brick. Out goes a flash. Oh, down goes Turin from the center. Unfortunately, did miss that, and it's now up to a 2v5. I do believe in the underdogs, but I don't believe in a 2v5, but I may be surprised. Out goes a flashbang over the center. That was the second smoke going on to the... Oh, landing quite in a bit of a juicy spot. Northgod is, so is Puzzle. They're just hammering down on the south. Northgod blind firing around the corner. The double pre-fire. Now that is interesting. The double pre-fire. Northgod is enjoying himself, having a little sing. Down goes Slesky from Puzzle on the flank. It's no up to SVR. It's going to get pinged here, but no, it does get taken out before Northgod, with his singing voice, can take him out. And that is map 1 going to FriendlyFire. So that was a very interesting round, very exciting round, of course. And of course it does go to FriendlyFire. MANCOSVR did not get the redemption, which I thought they would, but good tries regardless. GG on the first map pick, and it will be going to FriendlyFire with 4-1. Quite a solid start for FriendlyFire, not looking too great for MANCOSVR. Maybe they can get it back. It is now going to be FriendlyFire's map pick. So we'll have to wait to see what they're going to pick. Of course, I would imagine they're going to re-lobby. Unless they're just going to skip over that rule entirely. We would hope not. But I will imagine they are currently discussing their map bans. So they will be going into the second map pick, which will be FriendlyFire's choice. Like I say, that was a very high action, exciting round. I do believe that the bot in the Twitch chat does need to work a little bit better. Anyway, checking over to, yep, and they have rehosted. Very good. So, as we quickly go to the rehost, I hope you are getting excited for the second map, because I know Sean, I may have just, okay, well, Onward just crashed. Okay. Well, Onward, our beloved favorite game, of course, with its very good action and a little bit of issues, a little bit of bugs. The game has just crashed, so that is all fun and games. Rebooting Onward quickly. Hopefully it does not take too long, of course, and we can get straight into the next map. So it is going to be a lucky pick for me. I am hoping for a subway. If it is a subway, I will be rejoiced. Of course, Onward loads, I will also be rejoiced. That is another thing to mention about. anyway, so far looking very good. And this bit Onward is designed to work, so that is wonderful. So, loaded now into Onward. Join the lobby. Ooh, very interesting pick. I like this pick. So, for map 2 for this evening, it is going to be Shipyard. I know, that kind of a surprise. Shipyard is now going to be the second map for this evening. So I am very excited. Oh no, not the dreaded train. Oh man. People do love the dreaded train, of course, for this map. The most feared sound effect in this game. The dreaded train. One of the most recent maps added to VRML, as it has been added in Season 14, one of the custom maps out of the two, which was Arctic and of course Shipyard. This is probably, I say this is probably my I guess it's a solid map. And if you know how to play it well, it can be very fun and, you know, intriguing, but it is quite a tough one. Because there is many angles and you do have many spots in the map which are very long and wide, so having a good attack and a very good defense is key to this map. Plus, of course, you have to deal with the loved boats and, of course, the loved train going around every so often, which is just makes this game 100 times more interesting. Of course, you know, the sound effect from the boat and the train is actually not audible on the Quest 2 version, or the Quest version at all. There it is. That's the boat I was talking about. That's the boat we love and hate. But yeah, so there is a bit of a split between Quest and PC VR players, as the boat and the train effect, you know, is not on Quest. So a little bit of an annoyance, unfortunately. So you know, whatever happens, people have their own opinions on the matter. I think it's a little bit unjust and a little bit unfair that PC players have to deal with that thing. As oh my, it is loud. Especially during matches or scrims. You know, if you're trying to listen for footsteps or anything in one of them plays, you're completely deafened for a good solid 4 seconds. So it is not particularly the best, but you know, for the map choice, for the map theme and everything else, it is very, very nice. And it does appear we have actually had a rehost, so I'm not exactly sure to why that has occurred. Was not informed of the rehost, and Onward isn't cooperating. Okay, sorry about this, ladies and gentlemen. Or ladies and gentlemen, and people which don't want to be referred to as gentlemen according to the Twitch chat. I am quickly going to now try to rehost. Well, back into Onward, as it did have another bit of a bug issue, but hopefully there will be no more issues and we can get straight back to the action. Okay. I have received 5 warnings from Steam VR. Okay, well, this is the joyous thing. So, ladies and gentlemen, please hold on just for a few moments. We are having a few bit of technical difficulties, which are, well, amazing, but we should go straight back to it, we do hope. Don't want to cut into intermission, because I do believe we should start shortly once I do join the lobby. Might have to play a round without the names on. That may be the case. Okay, phew, they have not started. Okay, so I have now joined. So let's quickly add team names, of course. Do a FriendlyFire and MANCOSVR. And we should start very shortly, as all players are in and all players are readied up. OBJ is at the far back side, on the western side, the western OBJ inside the little container building. I have no idea for the coordinates of this map. This map, of course, being quite a new map, there's not particularly profound callouts which are mostly used yet, so of course, due respect, there will be a look sometimes where I might call something out which may not be the name other teams use, of course, because it is very split. Also do a blue room center far back, you know, it's usual stuff. But we are starting on to round 1. Chugging up to, oh, just hit my microphone, please pardon. FriendlyFire, which are getting ready. Got their drum mags.
Look at the code, guys. It's easy. Look at the code now. It's so symmetrical and pretty.
Not a way I've ever used to describe our Onward code. So symmetrical and pretty. Norse God has some weird emotions about the, oh, that horn, about that code. It's using the night vision, so gotta respect the night vision on Shipyard. So that is always an interesting sight to behold. It does appear that MANCOS is holding quite a defensive angle here. No one pushing up. The only real aggressive player will be Alkalis, which is hiding underneath the red ramp. May possibly get naded off Flash, which is a preemptive strike. Oilhead, Physics, and Puzzle now in the center. Well, Puzzle going through the south side. We do have some good angles which are being held. Northgard is now making his way back, checking ship, making sure there's no players hiding in the back. Do has SVR, which is on the top of the roof. No player has spotted SVR yet. Missalot is creeping her way up. Oh, I just missed that. A nice little pick there from Northgard onto SVR, as I just said. Did have the angle onto him, which I didn't believe he did. And that is now one player down. Alkalis under the ramp. Does appear, oh, I see what they're doing. It does appear FriendlyFire is going to go for the underneath basement cap here. Interesting. Northgard is just kind of harassing the player. Oh, that was a flash. That was a counter flash. Missalot should really look down. Down goes Puzzle. Missalot, if Missalot did peek down, that would be an easy little peek there. The call out has been made about red ramp. Missalot will be definitely trying to peek down. If there's a nade or a flash, it would be key to throw it down now. Out goes a flash or smoke. Does smoke off back. Out goes a grenade from Alkalis. Missalot is not looking down. Northgard does get the pick. Smokes are being had. Now Northgard is now making his way up. Northgard is just kind of just pre-firing up the ground. I mean, fair enough. Missalot is taken out. Northgard has not checked the corner. Northgard's having a great time over here. Almost takes out Tussin. Might get picked out from the back here. I'm surprised he's not been taken out from Cass, and he does in the end by Bricker. The Physics and Oilhead, which are now in the back. Creep their way through tunnels in the basement. Oh, Oilhead is going to the roof. A very good advantage point. Can take out many players here. Oh, the TK. Accidental TK. Out goes the revive. Oilhead, if he just looks down, we'll have 2 players. And down goes those 2 players. And that will be round 1 going to FriendlyFire. Oh my. What an interesting round. In Northgard is clearly having the best time of his life. And a little bit of a pretty fire singing around. Northgard is a very happy man. He is enjoying himself, which is nice to see. Of course, there's a very nice push though through the tunnels, through the basement, of course, going through from the back. Going onto the roof. The accidental TK, of course, was kind of the side of that moment. If that TK didn't have happened, they would have had a better chance, but, you know, mistakes do happen. That's how I got here. So, despite this, we'll move on to round 2 very shortly. Now it will be FriendlyFire's turn to defend this. OBJ. We kind of have to see if MANCOSVR can try to get back on their feet, try to get a few points down at least. Make sure if they can try to get a cap, if possible. This is quite a capless OBJ. It will be very challenging and very difficult if anyone tries to go for the rush for the cap. but we'll just kind of have to see the current moment. But this is a very exciting map, so I'm going to, believe it or not, go into the stats and statistics for Season 14. Have either of these teams played this map so far this season? I don't think they have. So, checking over to the stats and statistics, FriendlyFire this season have not played. Oh, they think they have. Yes, they have. They have played. I don't know which one it is. It's not been updated on the website currently. They have played one of the custom maps, and believe it or not, MANCOSVR has not. So, FriendlyFire has played Shipyard or Arctic once this season. So that is quite of the idea, but they are getting a little bit comfortable playing it, as they do have a bit more experience that they have played it previously. But coming over to FriendlyFire on the round 2 on the defense. Northgard laughing like a maniacal person. Northgard has to be probably the most maniacal player on the team. Please, someone keep an eye on him. Free fire through the center. They do, however, get the ship spawn for the vault for the Marsok side. Smokes are being thrown. Oilhead is pushing up. Ooh, down goes Alkalis from Missalot. Oilhead is now on center. Does get taken out from Turin. And it is now a 4v4. Please shut Northgard up with that PKM. Tarwin is now starting to push down the red ramp. So is Bricker. Islot is in the far back, watching the roofs. It is quiet. It is quiet. Northgard might get peeked out here. They have made the cross. They have crossed red ramp already, North. If Northgard did push out a little bit, might be able to take out 2 players. Oh, down goes Selesky from Perzel.
3, Echo 3. Nice. Good job. Good call out.
These guys can count better than me, so I give them that. It is Echo 3, so it's 3 players remaining. The call out has been made, so it is an accurate call out. They do have the player advantage. Curious to what Missalot is doing back there. You know, it's watching the center and the cargo, but not quite sure if that's a required angle at the current state. Oh, they're going for the cap, and the cap goes ahead. No. Nice, excellent cap there from MANCOSVR. Physics and of course Missalot are going to be very annoyed. Are being very friendly, however, so that is nice. An excellent cap, a very unexpected one. I cannot lie to you. I was not expecting a cap from MANCOSVR. They did not rotate FriendlyFire back to the OBJ when it got down to Echo 2 for their side. So it's bit of a mistake for FriendlyFire's sake, but they will definitely be slapping themselves in the face. I can assure you about that cap. And they will be trying to make sure to not do such a thing again. That's quite a... That's so stupid. This is quite a nice reflection. Even if the reflection makes no logical sense, you know, it's still a nice reflection. Yep. I say it is now 2-1 for MANCOSVR. That was a very nice cap for them. It does give them 2 points up, and there's only 2 more to go if they want to secure the first map. OBJ is at the crane. OBJ FriendlyFire will be on the attack for this round. MANCOSVR on the defense. This is an interesting OBJ. I will not lie to you. There is many different strategies that people can play. Of course, you do have the upper storage thing, the container split, the center, crane OBJ itself, and the crates between it. Do a blue room, which is a very crucial part for people to hold. Of course, you do have under white ramp. There is so many spots where people need to be holding and watching to make sure no one does go for a cap. But anyway, going over to round 3. Going over to FriendlyFire. Are giving out the mags. The little hobgoblin stealing the mags. I do see 2 C4s. I am very excited to see that. Oh, nice C4 placement. A little bit open. I wouldn't particularly trust that C4. That C4, however, I would trust. You want to get a C4 placement which is very out of the way. North Squad has pushed his way up the center. It's now hiding behind AC. North Squad needs to be careful about how he pushes this. Oh! Does shoot. Talwin behind the container. Oh, the latency. Oh, it's so sweet. We love the latency. Waiting for the push for the current moment. We do have Olive Oil, Pearls, or Physics now pushing through the ship. Ship is not being covered, which is kind of a crucial mistake they have made. Down goes North Squad from Accolades for peeking out too much. Checking into blue room. Oh, the call out has been made. The cross has been made for physics sake. SVR is going to peek through the windows. Oh, down goes SVR for miss a lot. Alkalize could really peek out to the right here, get 2 players, if not 3. He needs to peek out. He's letting players cross. Alkalize does not peek up and does let a player swip. Pearl's now making his way through. Does get taken out. Down goes miss a lot. 2v2. Down is C4. Did not work, however. But this is taken out from the back. Olivo is pushing away. Oh, the C4s. The C4s. Oh. This bit around the corner. It is so stressful for the current moment. Olive Oil, my boy, is now left in this very tight situation. Does he go back to get the revive, or does he just try to push this and try to win this by himself? Olive Oil is now pushing his way up to the top. Might be able to spot someone over there. Oliver being very stressed out here. It's now debating, as I said, getting the res or trying to go for the attack. Might be able to take out one. Oh, gonna take out one, as I did say. Try not to die or fall damage if you can. Oliver, oh, barely. Almost got picked off there. Oliver's going for the res. Disappear. Rip the P90 out. Will be rotating his way back over to miss a lot.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I can't see one.
That will probably be the best play for them for the current moment, as it does give them player numbers. We do have to hope a Misslot does not die of bleed out. Oilhead is now pushing up, trying to go for that revive. Do have Oilhead now miss a lot on the roof. I was a flash or smoke. And now I'm pushing for the center. 1 minute and 20 seconds remaining. It does appear that we'll be going for the ship push. Probably will be the easier attack. Arclis is sat by himself. accidentally forgot to do the polls. I thought Tippett was doing it for me. However, it doesn't matter. 40 seconds are remaining on the clock. Time is not of the essence. They do need to make a play here. Out goes a flash. Mr. does come out and does take him out. Oh. Oilhead, what are you trying to do there? And that is another point going to Friendly Fire. So what a interesting round pick and a very good option there which was presented. They played super well. That was a super good idea for Oliver to go for that revive onto Missalot. That definitely helped them. Missalot did get that last pick, so without Missalot might have been a different story. But however, that was a very smart play. Waiting a little bit too long in terms of the time, but regardless, they did do well. But it is now 2-2. Teams are even screaming. It is looking good in the hood. OBJ is the crane, of course. Friendly Fire is on the defense for this round. Will they learn from Mancos' mistakes of not playing people on ship? We will have to see. Ship protection is very crucial. Throughout the ship, cold is kind of almost very hard because the amount of grenades could go over. People which are a little bit more trained could possibly learn to throw a grenade either down to here and over here, which is common spots where people do hide. So kind of having that ship control is crucial. Crucial, very crucial to have that control. Oh, hello. Oh, and we've had a lobby crash. Ah, so unfortunate. So unfortunate. Ladies and gentlemen, unfortunately, we do appear to have a lobby crash. So it will go into quick intermission as the lobby is recurred and is switched to the right OBJ. Very unfortunate that is happened, so very sorry for everybody who will be waiting just a few moments due to that lobby crash. And we will come back to more Onward gameplay once the crash has been resolved. Alright, so we are back. As you can see, the crash has been resolved. Very unfortunate that is happened, so very sorry for everybody who will be waiting just a few moments due to that lobby crash. And we will come back to more Onward gameplay once the crash has been resolved. Oh, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I kind of forgot to use a bit of an intro there, my party, but we've returned. The lobby fix has been occurred. We are rehosted back, so it should be starting very shortly. Unfortunately, we did have a bit of a crash, a bit of an issue. Unfortunately, the server stability is a bit of a problem for the current moment. So until Onward does, well, DPI does fix these issues, we will be having issues like that frequently. Unfortunately, due to some network issues and some server instability, server crashes are very apparent and do happen quite often. So, you know, that is kind of unfortunate, but the best you can really do in sense of playing this all fair in game is to rehost and to make sure to have the right OBJ. And if you can't get casters to remake the points, you have to just kind of just hope that you kind of remember the previous score. Let's say there has been times where rounds do crash in the most unfortunate circumstances. The best moments are when you're trying to play and then you have a server crash, just to realise that the server crashed as it was a 1v5 or something like that, or someone was just about to get the code in. But unfortunately, stuff like that will be happening. So it's a sad aspect, but you have to respect it from the point of view of the players, and of course in the league sense, you can't just replay rounds to the fairness of it. It's too much time and effort. The best you can do is just to strap on a retried badge and just to say replay the rounds. Whatever happened the previous round, unfortunately, doesn't matter anymore. But oh well. I say, due to the server's instability, me and my team I play for, we had a little bit of a cheek because we were playing a scrim versus a team, and we were in a 1v4 situation, and then the server crashed. Get this or not, and then we replayed the round, and then we killed them all. So it's almost like a save cheat code, depending on how fortunate you get with it. But like I say, try not to use that to your advantage. If you are caught trying to DDoS lobbies, of course you will be banned from VRML, as that is against the rules, which is, you know, expected. But you know what, stuff happens occasionally. We are waiting on a few more players to join, and we should be starting on to round 5 very shortly. I am very sorry to anybody in the cast. Stuff like this does occur, and we've had quite a fair bit of technical issues this cast. I've had to reopen Onward about 4 times this evening, so thanks to all my friends on my Steam friends list have seen me open up Onward about 4 times and are questioned to why I'm doing so. That is why. Well. Regardless, it is alright, nothing you can do about it, and hopefully we should start very shortly. But of course, what can you really do? What can you do? Waiting for one more player, so until that player does join, we will have to wait. Oh, never mind. Are we playing a 4v5? I heard the countdown start. I think that was a misclick. People are playing with me, man. I swear some teams have a tendency just to do the countdown just to scare me. I'm calling it out now. I believe some teams are purposely using the call at the start, you know, the countdown, to purposely scare me, to make sure I'm still alive. I believe it. I believe it is. People called me insane, but I think it is. They're doing it now. But we've actually started, so I guess it's not this time. But anyway, going over back to gameplay, it is going to be a 1v1, as it is going to sort around the points and such. I'm not exactly sure to what that is regarding, but the scores have been fixed and we are on the right OBJ. I think they'll be playing the OBJ. So please forgive me, I'm very uncertain of this. MC gonna be the sacrifice. It's gonna be a scene from The Lion King. MC is walking towards his death.
Hello, my friend.
Hello! Who is the black
Bye-bye.
now? Oh!
Murdered in cold blood. Murdered in cold blood, Miss a lot. You evil. Evil. Okay, so coming back. That of course wasn't the official round. That is what the protocol is when you are fixing to change the thing. So changing the score now, it is back to 2-2. No harm, no foul. That is the first time I've had to do that, so please forgive my confusion. The VRML mods will be definitely telling me off later, but you know what? It's fine because I'm too cool for school. Definitely not. I am failing all my classes. So once we do start the round, we'll probably start on to round 5. But if it's round 5, I have no idea. It's round 4. It's round 4 due to the cap. I've kind of forgot about the cap. But we should start fairly shortly, we hope. They have changed the round thing, so we should start very shortly. We can dream. Poor execution. Oh, the poor execution unfortunately did occur. One of the best 1v1s of the century. Missalot versus SVR. Of course, Missalot, being the wonderful person she is, decided to shoot him in cold blood. Oh, so evil. Poor SVR wanted to say hi, gave her a little wave, but Missalot was having none of it. Pulled out the MK14, or 18 sorry, and shot him straight in the chest. Instant kill. What a resulting round that was. We are waiting for one more player to join the lobby. Will be there. Who's pinged me? I don't know. Alrighty, so Van Gogh will be hopefully starting very shortly. I'll wait for one more player to join. Anywho, we are still in on one play. It might be a timeout for the Mancos side. They may be playing a 4v5 by the looks of it. That is to be seen. And I was correct, it is going to be a 4v5. On to round 4. Yes, Mr. Lodge, we watched you murder that poor man. We watched what you did. We know what you did. Taking over to MANCOSVR. Taking it for a 4v5. This is quite brave of them, of course. Unfortunately, if a player can't get in, a player can't get in. Missalot might get taken out here. SVR and Sasuke have taken a long way round towards the ship. Briskula is now pushing his way into the first floor. But it's going to be taken out from Perzel. Nice little angle. So is Sasuke. Even now to a 2v5. SVR. Poor sacrifice, the poor lamb of the team will be peeking around this corner trying to get physics, which is at the far back. Did we have accolades which will be joining him? Taking it slow. The pair of FriendlyFire is getting a little bit aggressive here. Not kind of going for the push. Just take out Ascalis, so it is a fair pick. Oilhead just broke her knee, or his knees. I don't know why I keep on mistaking you for a she. I'm very sorry, Olive Oil. I should know you better. And this is how I met your mother. SVR is pushing through. Oh, might be able to pick. Olive Oil. Oh, on the trade! Oh man, what a fast action trade. That is another point going to FriendlyFire. Unfortunate that it was a 4v5. The fifth has not arrived for MANCOSVR, so I will imagine it will be another 4v5 for the next round. That was very juicy and entertaining, to say at least. Right in the chat. Pardon everybody at the Como. If anyone is watching, I am saying about the new rule regarding the 1v1 thing to reset the rounds. Oh, I fly. Anywho, it is now 3-2. It is looking good for FriendlyFire. MANCOSVR will be trying to play this very carefully now. So checking over to the OBJ, it will be the container OBJ on the ship. So MANCOSVR does have their game about them. This is quite a challenging OBJ to protect. FriendlyFire will be attacking it, so we will set people coming on the ship, people come for the center and for the northern side. We have so many angles to attack and to hold. Pushing over to round 5.
Because I got the first kill.
Yeah, but didn't you trade it yesterday? I dropped something. I don't know. What do you see, guys?
Oh, my blood is floating. Sorry. There's a big mag on the floor. It's not real physics. Take your schizophrenia pills. There is no big mag. Tell physics he needs to take his schizophrenia pills. SVR is now pushing up. This is kind of a unusual type of playstyle, which I'm not expected to see. It appear to have someone going to blue room, which is wise. How SVR is kind of attacking this, I would be opposed. It's now made its way up towards the grey container. Oh, just onward timing. Oh, the unfortunate onward timing. Just missed out Perzel on the cross. It's probably going to miss physics too. Oh, it's now peeking around. The slow peek extraordinaire does go back inside. Atlas is letting it rip with the gunfire. Physics has now made the cross and SVR has let them both cross. Down goes Atlas from Olive Oil. Olive Oil, my beloved. Shots are being had from physics at the SVR. Not out goes a flash. This hits physics. Physics is pre-firing, but no, it does get taken out. But the trade! The trade! Nice trading from SVR. Does take out 2 players with him. And is visible. Sped Barrica, which is going for that revive. If they get the revive quickly, they can stop North Squad for anyone else trying to get them. Barrica, wrong side, my friend. Wrong side. Wrong side. Try to revive the enemy. I don't know if that was for style points or they may have forgotten what team they were playing on. SVR are going to peek up. We'll have North Squad right in front of his sights. Oh, down goes North Squad, obliterated. It is now a 2v3 up to Olive Oil and of course Misslot. Why? Why? I have so many questions, Olive Oil, but why? Why have you dropped your gun? I have so many questions. I have so many questions, Olive Oil. So many questions. So many questions, yet so little amount of answers to describe that odd behavior you just presented.
Do you know what they are?
One's blue room.
Yeah, I was kind of taking it slow.
Check it out.
They do need to make a cross. Come on, Olive Oil. Come on, Miss a lot. They need to make a decision how they're going to push this. They can't just keep waiting.
North said they pushed pretty far on the ship.
Miss a lot and Overhead are now pushing up towards Blue Room. Miss a lot taking the first lead. Just jiggle through. Has not watched the top, which could have been their downfall if someone was up there. They just appear they are going for a flank. Miss a lot pushing through up to Blue Room. Just check it. No one is there. Blue Room is most definitely dead. He does not look fit or healthy. This man, look, he's had a bad day. He has had a bad day. Nice pit there from Olive Oil onto MNC. Broker is peeking up. Oh. It's so lucky you're gonna get picked out from. Oh, barely avoids getting shot for Miss a lot. Unfortunately, Miss a lot, of course, living up to her name, does miss that shot. Does manage to get the cross safely. 1 minute and 20 seconds remaining. They don't have time to dibble dabber. Olive Oil is now making its way through the backside. We'll be trying to push up through the ramp. They don't have the time to be waiting so long. Out goes a flash. Not gonna do much. Here comes Olive Oil, here comes Olive Oil, here comes Olive Oil. Checking the code one last time. Out goes a flash. Oh, a smoke. Oh, a flash and a smoke. That's a hand grenade. Oh, they're gonna push up. Misslot's now pushed his way up. 30 seconds are remaining. Misslot is going for the push. He's not looking at the top. No, on the trade. It is now 1v2, but yes, Olive Oil does get the last kill and is now being a bit of a troll, being a bit cheeky, and that will be Friendly Fire's win for the 7th map pick. After all that delays, after all the crashes and all that stuff, it is now finalized. Second map is going to Friendly Fire. Woo. Very interesting. Now, I am hoping, fingers crossed, that we're going to get a smaller map, as we have played 2 medium range maps, and of course, well, they've kind of lasted half my life. You know, I've been sat here for 7 years, and I'm growing old. Got a white beard, got white hair. I'm becoming an old man, unfortunately, but hopefully the next map will be quite small and a bit more faster paced. But so far, the scores are looking into Friendly Fire's favour, and I've just kind of forgotten, but yes, that is Friendly Fire's win in terms of all the maps. Now will be the decider, will be Friendly Fire taking the win for this evening. MANCOSVR with 3 points versus Friendly Fire's 8 for the current moment. Next round, it's really just up to how if they want to try to play this, try to get points or anything else. Anyway, reloading Onward for the 5th time this week. Going back into Onward, hopefully, hoping, man, please don't have another bug. Please don't have another bug, I wish. Oh. I believe you can not play map 3 if you do forfeit. Oh. I do not know the rules regarding that, of course. I'll aim for the map, for the third map to go online for the current moment. Sometimes we love Onward, but sometimes Onward does things which makes you just want to cry. Still waiting for the next lobby to go up. Ugh. I am getting very tired, I must inform you. Still waiting for the next map to appear unless they are not playing the third map. I'm not exactly sure what is going on. And there we go, the map has been finally made. Oh my. And ladies and gentlemen, the savior has been said. They have decided to save me. Anybody who knows the map music too well will definitely know what map we are playing. Okay, an interesting thing to join into, but we are going to be playing for the last map. Tanker. Oh my. Oh my. Tanker is going to be the last map for this evening. They heard my prayers, I heard my begs for a small map, and they have listened. The voices have listened to me, and we will be playing Tanker. Of course, Tanker being one of those kind of still very small and fast maps, yet having a few medium range instances. This is a fun map. Anybody which is getting ready, I don't see it played often though, which is, you know, still a very unusual map. Of course, checking over to the previous scores for season 13 for both teams, checking over to Tanker. So Tanker on MANCOSVR side was played twice that season, played twice in the season, so it's not very played often for an take of Mancos side here, so probably a smarter pick for FriendlyFire. So on FriendlyFire side, they have played Tanker once and they lost it. Well, you know what? I believe in them. Of course, going off the scales, it does appear that FriendlyFire is the worst team when it comes to this map, but this is a smaller map and it is kind of maybe going off a bit more of a skill and reaction time base instead of pure map knowledge. So we might even see Manco redeem themselves here by just being overall faster, but we'll kind of have to see because the slow peaking is coming in and out fast and hard. So we can only dream. So now that was a very good round. Look up, very good round. I'm referring to the last round. I am partially re-watching the cast as we are waiting. I I do have the mind of a hog, and it may appear we might be doing a 4v4 for the last map pick. Olive oil, no, olive oil is still here. Never mind, Mr. Lot isn't here. Oh well, we didn't want him anyway. But we have the most important player on the team, olive oil. Why do I call him olive oil, you may say? Do not question why. I know it's Ollie Head or Oil Head, but I like to call him olive oil, and you cannot stop me. Anyway, nope, I do appear that they are going to be trying to get their 5th player in. FriendlyFire are not leaving any punches up. They are playing unfair and dirty for the 5v4. Hopefully MANCOSVR can get their 5th player in before the 10 minutes cooldown, and then we can please end this game. It's been going on for so long and we haven't even played any big maps. You know, we played fairly decently small maps, you know, Arctic, small map, you know, Shipyard, medium to large map. And of course we now have Tanker, a small map. We've almost spent 2 hours on 2 small maps and 1 medium map. Now that is a record. I'm okay. Anyway. So, hopefully we'll be starting very shortly, so that for my mental state at least we can save that. But I don't think you can save that, unfortunately. There is no saving something which cannot be saved. Anyway, we should be starting very shortly. Waiting for MANCOS's 5th player again. Oh, never mind, they've given up. It's now 4v5. Thank the Lord. Taking over to round 1. Taking over to FriendlyFire. Oh, okay, there's a height. I really hit the height limit. I got some smokes from MANCOSVR side. Doing a 4v5 yet again. Player has dropped. Nice flashbang. Does hit Stacey in the face. So toxic. Nice little trailer from Olive Oil and Burka. Oh, well, that isn't good. He did accidentally just down himself with his own grenade. That was not particularly the best decision to do. SVR going for that revive. Missed a lot, looking down the lane. North squad is... he's doing something, alright? He's doing something. Out goes a flash. Moss is going for the push. Oh, does take out one, but does get taken out. And down goes Miss-a-Lots. Down goes... Don't know, man. Can you guys please stop getting kills back to back? I have a crest. It is now a 2v1. It's SVR versus Physics and Puzzle. SVR does need to make a decision how he's going to attack this, and he does need to get the attack fairly shortly. And there's a flash. He's pushing up the LSW. Pick around the corner. Oh, might get obliterated here. Yep, and is. And SVR does get obliterated from Puzzle. And that will be 1 point going to FriendlyFire. Ooh. . Anyway, we are now on to the second round. It does appear that MANCOSVR will be playing the rest of this map in a 4v5 unless they can get a reservist in, or if not, try to get their play, which has dropped. FriendlyFire, of course, still going strong and hard, still with the same player base and well, the same roster, I should say. Got Miss a lot, who misses quite often. Olive Oil, North God, Physics, and Perzel. North God, you know, doesn't shout about Justin Bieber, so you know that is always a bad sign. Physics, who gets traded with often, and Perzel, which I don't know, he's alright. He's like that third cousin which no one talks about, who just occasionally shows up occasionally. He's alright. But anyway, the true sign of a mental state pushed to the edge. A true mental state pushed to the edge on the brink of collapse after sitting for almost an hour and only doing 30 minutes of casting. Remind me to get a color book next time I do. I only just realized that's a thing. I'm sorry, but I only just realized that moves, and I know you guys probably don't care, but I just only established that moves. That move. Tell me. I thought they were aiming at it for a second. I was going to be confused. Did I move? Or am I just being high? I have no idea anymore. I've lost it. I think I'm losing it. I think I'm actually losing it. Oh, down goes Breaker from Perzel. Nice little peek there. More squad almost gets taken out from the pre-throw from Achilles. They are pushing forward with the P90 yet again with olive oil. That's actually an AUG, I believe. Nice smokes. Isfield's now holding down the lane. Flashbangs and smokes are being hammered. Out goes a grenade. Just take out Perzel. Out goes a second grenade. Out goes another flash. Flash, grenades, Perzel and Physics. Spider-Man can trade. Ooh, down goes SVR. Achilles sat on the OBJ. Down goes Achilles from the thing. Can I go for the cap? Down goes Norse God. Get that code. Get that code, baby. Get that code. But no, the trade. Physics a little bit too slow. Too slow on the cap. Should have gone for that cap sooner. But that is a second point going to FriendlyFire. Anyway, we should be starting very soon, we hope. OBJ, of course, has now moved to the center over here, which is in the understairs, which is, I think it's understairs, yes, understairs. It's now in the basement, through the hallways, through the downstairs section, now into the center column. So OBJ, of course, is very known for its, well, stressful attack, very pre-fire heavy on this OBJ. Of course, you have the two lanes, pre-fire heavy, pre-fire galore. C4 pushes, you know, it is amazing. Of course, there was shields when shields got unbanned for a little bit of time. The shield use on this map was actually quite a amount, because you know, just sit crouched, walk, and use a shield to block all the PKM fire, you know. But shields, of course, have been banned for them being broken, as always. So there will be no shield action for a while, at least. Still a 4v5, MANCOSVR on a 4, and of course FriendlyFire still with a 5 original roster, and we do appear to be starting into round 3. Chicken over to FriendlyFire.
We do color coding for a reason.
The color coding for a reason. For a team named FriendlyFire, they have not done enough PKs in my opinion, personally speaking, but that's just me. Here goes Brugger, here goes Selaski, here goes Elikas, here goes 1, 2, 3, 4, now on their journey. No pre-fire from Physics. Oh. Yep, yes there is. Oh, down goes Physics. Gets one. Physics is very lucky. Down goes Puzzle by the SA-80. Let's not going for that revive. Oh, Physics might get obliterated. Oh, man. And it's a flash. Just pre-fire around the corner. Oh, needs to reload. Just take on another one. Even now to a 1v. Oh, okay, and that is game. Now be the third point going to Friendly Fire. Woo. So far, very nice, good games. Getting very exciting, getting very juicy. Okay, now going down to the tiebreaker for Friendly Fire on the last map. Of course, can Friendly Fire clean the game? Of course, get those kills down. You can tell I have lost it at this point. I'm smelling colours. I'm seeing numbers in my head. I am ready. MANCOSVR on the defense for this last round. I am gonna need a mental recap after this game. I need to sit down with my crayons and my bottle of Elmer's glue, and I need to sit down, have a good sniff, and colour in some shapes and animals. That is the perfect evening for me, my dear friends. A nice bottle of Elmer's glue, some colouring pencils, and a sketchbook full of nice cartoony animals. The perfect evening. We are starting into round 4. Woo! You're gonna have a 2 Friendly Fire, which will be getting ready for the attack. Still in high spirits.
Ooh, yeah. Yeah, but 1 LMG, 2 LMG, 3 Man, there we go. Both down.
No LMG.
I can't count, I failed for a spray.
I'm ready for the pre-fire heaven. North God now pushing way down. Now it's letting it rip down the right side, as I did expect. I don't believe they will be peeking this. Oh, no, don't want to do that. You do not want to do that. Of course, they are pre-firing down the lane. They are rushing hard. Oh, trying to shoot over his... trying to shoot Physics in the back, of course, if he can do. Poor Physics. SVR is now to the right. Puzzle is unaware. Out a flash. Hasn't checked right. Oh, has heard a gunshot. Oh. Nope. 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 I don't think he has. That's one player down for Mancos. Puzzle's going to get shot in the back. Yep. Oh. Puzzle's crawling through. Yep, called it. Shot in the back. That is Puzzle and North down. Oh, combat has happened between SVR and Missalot. That goes olive oil from a C4. Even down to a 2v3. So that goes back. Oh, this is such an interesting play going on. Oh, I've got the flash. Oh, Missalot does back off. Physics is just looking at Missalot. Confusion. There's a smoke. Pre-fires are going ahead. Oh, the trade with Physics and Bricka. It is now a 2v1. Missalot versus the world. Okay, Missalot now down to Okay, random C4 does go off, does not catch anyone off guard. Still left to a 2v1. Oh, up to miss a lot. Hopefully, with her incredible aim, she will not miss a single shot on the enemies, and they will secure the win for Friendly Fire. So it's taking us very slowly. Inside the eyes, I miss a lot. Now, as we preserve on the map tanker, we see they miss a lot in her natural habitat as she slowly creeps around, hunting for some prey. This evening, Misselot is hunting for SVR Zalaski. Misselot is flanking quietly around and will have a very good advantage point to secure her prey. This, armed with a razor-sharp MK18 and a lust for death, she will be able to secure this kill. Sneaking up super quietly towards the prey, making sure not to alert. SVR is in its habitat too, and is enjoying a natural day, watching the uplink and making sure no muscle cap. Fortunately, SVR is unaware of the attacking Misselots from the behind. He's appearing to do a slow peek. Shots. Oh no! Down goes Misselot. And that is 1-3. I didn't mean to press that button. Oh well. That is 1-3. First point going to MANCOSVR on tanker. After that demographic voice I just did for the longest time, it didn't end up in anything. That was an interesting round of anyway, now we're leading over to round 5. OBJ of course has moved upstairs to the center. OBJ in the center. OBJ of course on the tanker. FriendlyFire will be on the defense. MANCOSVR on the attack. I do believe they do spawn over there. Yeah, they do spawn in the east side and the up spawn in the west. I'm very smart when it comes to callouts, I must inform you. Should be starting hopefully very shortly. MANCOSVR does get that point in after that demographic voice I just did, which has now left my throat dying. Nice. Sorry ladies and gentlemen for a little bit of a lackluster entertainment. This has been quite a distressing cast due to all the technical issues going on between players and of course with me as well, due to Onward crashing, of course having a server crash, and of course me having to reload the game 7 times, and also due to players having to load in and mistakes and technical issues occurring with MANCOSVR's players, some of the 5th players struggling to connect to the server and to play at all. Hopefully next, if I ever do cast again with these players of course in the teams, there will be no form of technical issues going ahead. Tripping over to FriendlyFire on round that's not round 5, it's round 4. It's round 5. It's round 5. I don't know what I'm on about. I'm gonna be honest with you. I've lost it. Please forgive me. It's been a very long cast and it's not been a lot of action. It's just been a lot of sitting and filling my thumbs. Out goes smoke rushes from FriendlyFire. Oh no, MANCOSVR. Nice little trade there with Broker and Physics. The slot is down. It is now a 3v5. Possible reds for physics. Going ahead. Oh, Justice going for the revive. Takes out 2 players from Northgard. Northgard does get taken out. So does Adkis. Leaving now into a 1v3. After SVR, the last round standing. The true legend. The myth. The legend. The SVR. Just around the corner. Does take out Puzzle. Comes around the corner. Does take it. Oh, take it. Oh no, does get taken out. Thought Oliver would have been gone. And that is game. And okay, the server just crashed. The server crashed at the end. Yes. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is game. That is over. The lobby just crashed on the final round at the exact end point. And that is a GG. The final score for this evening will be 4-12. The win going to FriendlyFire. Oh my god. The mental sanity of my character is decreased beyond so many figures. Thank you dearly for the cast. It was fun-ish, and there was quite a lot of things going ahead. I am very, very tired. I have lost the will to live, but thank you all dearly. It's been an absolute pleasure. Oh my god. What a match. What a funny, interesting, and very good match. Had to be one of the longest casts despite playing 2 small maps and 1 medium map. So, this has been VRML 1. Onward VRML 1, I should say. This has been your caster called Sniffer. I am shattered. I want sleep. I am going to probably die. Wish you all a wonderful evening. Hope you all enjoyed the cast, despite a little bit of its moments being a bit boring. That has been Onward VRML out. Adios amigos. Good night.